take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Thank y'all for tuning in with me again. Another live stream of this week. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Man, this brother that I'm gonna bring on, I've definitely been a fan of his work, watching his content, just watching his entrepreneurial spirit, and really just learning a lot from afar. And I've been wanting to have a conversation with him for a while, so we are definitely going to have this conversation tonight, and I'm very, very, very excited to have it. We are going to talk about a bevy of things. Obviously, travel being, top of the list, right? So, without further ado, let me give it up for my man, my bro, Yesh Jonas, man. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? How are you, bro?
Man, I definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you taking the time to come out and be on my platform today, man. So I hope all is well with you, bro.
Man, everything is good, man. Listen, like I told you in the beginning, I'm happy to be here, man.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much. So before we get started, why don't you give kind of like a little brief intro into who you are? You know what I mean? So this way, my subscribers can get a feel for you.
Man, I'm just a guy that grew up in Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, all my life. A man that loves travel, the Most High, family, music, different cultures. And we all know culture is religion, it's the food, it's the dress, it's the style, it's the language. It's art, it's marriage, it's all of those things that go into it. So I'm just a lover of that. And I just love reading, love delving into different things. I'm sort of like an autodidactic type of guy. No schooling, no nothing, no secondary schooling or nothing. This is all just natural. I learn stuff, pick it up quickly, learn language, pick it up quickly. So I'm just a heterosexual stand-up sidewalk cracking dude. So that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. Learning stuff, learning new cultures, delving, like keeping it sharp. Trying to keep that sharp. Trying to speak to people, wake up men. I'm a person, I've been that way all my life I always bring people together. Now I can't keep people together.
Right.
But I can I've always been a person to bring people together with my words and my energy and stuff like that. So I'm just an energizer bunny that keeps going and keep giving the world what I have in my own little realm. I don't want people to change me, and I'm not going to change them. We just can see different lights and different avenues of things.
Understood, man. So my next question for you is, with your YouTube channel, and then I also see you're wearing your brand blue.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to let's go with the YouTube channel first, and then we'll go into how that kind of transitioned into your brand. And I know that you're also an author too. You have a bevy of things, man. But let's start with the YouTube first.
Yeah, it was crazy how I got YouTube. I used to do little motivational videos, right? And I had YouTube channel since YouTube started, but I never used it. So I was doing Blog Talk Radio, and so one guy was telling me, he said, "Yo, listen, and this goes into how I started traveling, but let me just skip that because I know that's coming up."
Yeah, sure.
But So out of nowhere, I was like, after I started traveling, I said, yo, I got a YouTube channel. YouTube is starting to pop off. And I was like, yo, I can use this. I can associate this to with my Blog Talk Radio show and promote things on that. Because then people started doing that. They started using YouTube and correlating it to their blog talks. So I was like, yo, I could do the same thing. And so I just went in the archives, had the YouTube channel. Since then, I've deleted the original YouTube channel. The original YouTube channel had about almost 4,000 subscribers and growing. And I just woke up one day and said, man, it's too much like negativity toward what I'm not trying to go to. So I just deleted it. So that's what drove me. My blog talk drove me to YouTube essentially. But I already had YouTube doing like motivational videos and things like that. So it wasn't nothing for me to just pull it back up and correlate it to what I'm doing now.
Okay, perfect. Now, what what year did you actually start traveling?
I started traveling like 2015. And the first thing I did was I went to Brazil. When I went to 2015, and how I started traveling was, again, the blog talk. My man Mike was a Hebrew Israelite guy, and he was like, yo, you should try traveling or whatever like that. That'd be good for you. Because there's certain brothers in Belize. So I was looking like, I don't know about travel. I've never been out the country before. And he was like, yo, you should go. And I was like, I don't know. Never heard about it, never focused on it, didn't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, man, I think there's some good brothers that's staying out there. You'll be, and I wasn't trying to see what they were talking about or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I was always in my own, always doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I go on the computer, I look up Belize. I see the first story of a lady over in Belize. She said, yo, I leave my door open, unlocked. Nobody comes in there. And Belize is wonderful. And I'm looking on the right side of the screen. You know how they got the YouTube used to do. It used to be different for the way they had it now.
Yeah.
But YouTube had a Brazilian woman just pop up. She was real big on the side screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what is this? She was in a carnival outfit. And I saw the feathers. I saw the glitter. I saw everything. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I clicked on it. And automatically it said the history of Carnival in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
It said where it came from, where it derived from. It started going into the history. And I was like, what the hell is, I said, Brazil? So I started just looking up everything with Brazil. And all of a sudden, that's the first thing that I went up. Went the next morning. I closed the laptop, went to sleep. I said, yo, I went to work the next day. I said, yo, I'm going to Brazil. And they were looking at me like I was crazy because I didn't travel all year. I work like that, right, at jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I can work for an entire 365 days and not take off, which they don't want you to do that. Some jobs, they like, yo, they push you to go because by law, they push you to, because you got to rejuvenate the mind.
Right,
but
exactly.
I never was like this. So think about it. When October came, I had like 3-4 weeks, didn't take it, didn't even take a sick day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo, I gotta go to this thing called Brazil. And then so the people I was working with are from Poland, and they was teaching me Polish. And they was like, what? I thought you wanted to go to Poland. I said, nah, I gotta go to Brazil.
Right.
It was like, so you don't want to go to Poland now? I said, nah, I got to go to Brazil. So I just woke up, and that's how I started traveling. I just woke up one day, paid $2,000. I'll never forget that for the price of the ticket. It was $2,800. And I paid a little bit more with the extra 13 and all of that. But it was $2,800. And I went, paid for the ticket, went to my bank account because I wasn't dating nobody in the United States. I slowed down at that time. If you ever heard my story over the internet, it's concise. Yeah, I slowed down around that time. That's when I dated the woman with the fraternal twins. That's when before that, it was the woman with who I took out to, we left the club and she said, I ain't paid for a meal in a couple years. So it was after those encounters that I said, yo, I got to do this. After that, I never turned back, and that's how I started traveling, just by off the word of somebody off Blog Talk Radio named Mike. He still watch my stuff, but he never comment. But he's still watching. He's still out in Vegas now. He never comments, but he always watching. And he said, "Yo, you got to go to Belize." I said, "Nope, I'm going to Brazil."
Gotcha. So you've been traveling to Brazil since 2015. So it's 2023 now. So basically, you've been in Brazil for about 8 years, right?
No. With me, I was always back and forth, like my man Mike. Me and Mike do the same thing. We do like 4 months in, 4 months out, 3 months in, 3 months out. That's how we go. That's how we. So Brazil, I did 30 days my first time going, and I was hooked since then. So it's like spurts, like in and out, in and out, in and out.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now I'm positioning myself. I told you behind the scenes what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm positioning myself to go through that, and then it's another stint. I'm doing a trek to Europe, Africa, and Asia.
Okay.
So,
gotcha. Okay, perfect. Now, what countries besides Brazil have you been to? And I know that you're, like, I would say you're most popular for Brazil, and I assume that that's probably your favorite. But before we get there, what other countries have you traveled to?
I traveled to like 9 places altogether, including Brazil. But Cuba, Panama, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Peru, I'm forgetting some. Costa Rica and just a few of those places. Yeah. So some I'm forgetting right now. I'm having a brain freeze.
No worries. All right. So what was it about? Let's say outside of Brazil, what was it about like those other countries that enticed you to go there? What was like the 2 or 3 catalysts?
Yo, Peru, it was I really wanted to visit Machu Picchu. Like Machu Picchu, I really wanted to visit that, but I didn't get a chance to. But I saw the culture. I was like, yo, let me go see and I heard about the churches, the early Catholic, like little, and I wanted to go see that. Most people that have a certain religion, as they say, or a spiritual system, or they're like, yeah, I'm not into that. But I want to go see, because again, those type of spiritual systems or religions have a certain effect on the environment, the cities, the states, the culture. So I really want to go see that. So I went there to visit it. It was dope. And I heard about the Lover's Paradise, where like, yo, you really want to take a cup, like for real. If I want to go somewhere and my Brazilian woman want to leave outside of Brazil, and I know that there's a Lover's Paradise that all of the men who have wives in South America, Central America, they want to take them. You should go to a place like Peru and go to the Lover's Paradise, man. I'm telling you, is off the meat rack. So those places, and I wanted to visit that, and I wanted to be around that, and that's what I wanted to go see. And a second country that I really wanted to go see was Cuba. We heard about what happened in the 1950s. We saw all of the Scarface type stuff. And I was like, yo, I want to go see Cuba, see if it's really like that. And Cuba's that deal. I can honestly say that Cuba's that deal. Cuba's on my high list of everything I recommend. That it is everything. And I want to go see the cars. I want to go see the culture, see if they really engulf. And they just like us. They're just like us, no different. They just got a twist to it with their culture and the people, but they're very welcoming. Like that's the one Cuba on a top 5 of all the countries I visited. They probably at number 2 as far as most welcoming. So I just wanted to go see that. So those are the 2 countries that drew me in.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's great, man. All right, and so I kind of want to get into your website really quickly, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So I want to show people your website, and then also there's like an intro video that you talk about, and I think that is very interesting. Let me just share this. All right, so everybody put a 1 in the chat if you're able to see my screen. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna play this video. Let me know if y'all able to hear it.
Shout out to Brazil. You see this? I do this for the culture to let them know what it look like. Oh, y'all don't know that? Shout out to Brazil. Yeah, these are my shirts. Go on my website if you want one. Got Colombia, all that. Shout out to everybody that's really delving into the culture, yo. Brazil for real, for real. That's what I do. But to all the coaches out there, we more than just. I just love the fact that we showing all of the dudes that travel that we more than just one thing, and we doing without even trying, yo. We creating stuff for us, real travelers, yo. But shout out to all them cats, man. We doing it. We just getting started. That's the crazy way. Somebody gonna say, yeah, the world watching y'all look crazy. No, we look beautiful. We look handsome. All the people that's traveling, we look inspirational. It's profound what we're doing. It's economical. And we could keep going on with whatever adjective but we doing this. Shout out to all of y'all, man. We don't stop because they hating. I'm creating our own stuff. The dress, the different music, trav music. We gonna keep doing it, yo. Don't stop. Peace. Woo!
Man, well, let me tell you, that's one heck of an intro, man. To to your website, man. That's one heck of an intro, man. And you see at the top here, you got travel, books, and more. And so, let's kind of get into more of your entrepreneurial, right? I want to get into that mindset. What made you decide to do the website, and also like why the name Yesh Jonas?
I got that from like an elder in my family, and the name stands for Yesh stands for there being existence. Jonas stands for dove, purity, and all of it derives. This is Semitic or whatever like that. So it derives from like the eastern part of Africa to Israel and all of those areas, all of that. So probably most would say like the Levant region.
Okay.
So it was the name came from that. So I said, let me put Brazil on it because Brazil is my staple. But man, it is the name derived from that. So I appreciate it, and I'm the only Yes Jonas in the world. So I can't apologize for that. And what was your second question?
So my second question was with the name, and then what inspired you to start your website?
I started the website a long time ago, but I never used it. I don't utilize it like I should, and people get mad at me in business, and because they're like, "Man, you write some good." Because if you go to my where I'm writing blogs, and I write about different things in my blogs, and people like, "Man, you need to really push this," and man, the blogs that you've written was so dope. So I created the website to put out because let me tell you. Let me just be very honest with you, Kings.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
I went to 1,000 publishers for my book.
Yep.
1,000.
Right.
I sent them all of my manuscripts. They said no. Everyone Corey letter, sent it to all of them. The Corey letter came back, no, we move on, no, we don't have what you want, no, for every one of my books. So I was like, cool. I don't have the ends to do. I'm gonna do what I want, like what I can, and what I need to do with the money I have.
Right.
So I created the website, and I sent it to my family. So next thing I know, my family is sending responses back. They like, oh yeah, I like it. And my family wouldn't even buy a book. So I was like, damn. So I started putting it to the public. I started adding more stuff to it. And then I just called it a day. So the website, I needed to put my presence out there somehow to say, yo, when they Google Yesh Jonas, my website always come up. So so my blogs, people really go and read my blogs. And I'd be sitting there like, yo, you read all of that? Yeah, I read all of that. And I agree with this. I disagree with that. I said, it's cool. It's up for discussion. And that's how I came to the website, being turned down so much by the, again, the book writing community. And it affected me to go try to do my own thing. And it panned out for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right, because you type in Yesh Jonas, like your picture, well, your picture, your Instagram, like everything pops up, and you can tell like it's you automatically. So I think that, now, was that your intent, or did you just, when you spoke with the elder, you just put those two name or words together, and then you figured out, oh well, no one else is calling me that, so this is actually helping me out?
Nah, it just felt like it was no thought in it. It was no thought.
Okay.
Like, I didn't think about the name. I didn't think about anything because I already had the
Right.
name a long time ago. So
Right.
it was like, yo, I just need to put this out there to the public.
Right.
The public needs to have this. The public needs to. So it was just like, yo, I just need to put it to the public. Like, thinking about it, I had no thought. It was just like,
Right.
yo, I need to get this out there, and that's what I did. So if I would have thought about it, maybe I would have pushed it harder, or maybe I would have went harder in a specific vein, but I didn't. I just put it out there. I just paid for it and said, let's see where it goes. And then it people started every month. I see my views, and I'm like, my views have, ever since TikTok has gone up, and I went crazy on TikTok before they deleted my second channel. But I went crazy on TikTok, millions of views. All of these people from TikTok are just going to my website. So it was just crazy. It's been crazy recently.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm just over here looking at some of the things that some of the blogs that you put here.
Yeah.
Yes, Jonas in Brazil. Let's see here. And also you write children's books as well. So
Yeah, man, that's been a journey. That's been a real journey. I wrote a children's book, and the reason why I wrote those two books, and I did the art myself. I said, yo, I'm all of these books. No, we don't want you. Now I got an artist. We revamped it. I met him on YouTube, and we're about to revamp the books and make better art, and we're about to present it to schools. And and I've done one in Portuguese also. I just didn't put it on the website. There's one done in Portuguese and there's one done in Spanish. So
we definitely gonna get to your language and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean the children books. I mean this one right here, I like. Fill up the smart cup in school. I like this one. I mean, I like all of them, but this one is the one that caught my attention right here. Yeah, man. So I'm glad that you have a designer, and that's good, man. So let's see what else.
Yeah, we're about to revamp those. So we're about to put them back out to the public. They're gonna be more crisp. Now that things are going forward, yo. Oh, that was my meetups years ago. We don't really do those anymore.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah,
and then,
we don't really.
Yeah, and then we got travel, comments for men. Okay.
Yeah,
So this is just like, tell us where you visited. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted guys to come on. I used to go on people's channels and say, "Come on, y'all come." Or gives to come, but guys off the internet was like, nah, your website ain't big enough yet. So I just fell off with that a little bit, but I'm gonna get back into it now that I got more time.
Okay. All right. Now this picture here, I assume this looks like Brazil, but where in Brazil is this exactly?
Oh, Copacabana Beach.
Oh, Copacabana Beach.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's on one of the highest hotels out there.
Okay.
So I just leaned over the glass that you see at the bottom. I leaned over the glass and I shot that. And I took that picture in 2015. That's crazy.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
There
it's
we go.
still 2015. That picture was the one I took in 2015.
Okay. All right. So so this is all right. So this is Crystal Ray right here.
Christ the Redeemer statue, Cristo
Yes, correct.
Redentor. Yeah, Cristo Redentor.
Oh well, yeah, that's right. I gotta remember that in Portuguese the R's are like H's, so
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm you know I'm a Colombian guy, so I'm always so my bad.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
steps. That was my
is this
2015 picture. Yeah.
these are like the infamous steps in I don't want to say infamous, but the popular steps in Rio.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, all right,
Yeah,
so
it only get infamous at night.
I got you, and
That's 2015. That's the you see the T-shirt I got?
yeah,
That's how my website started getting a lot of traffic coming to it. Those shirts, I gave out 2,000 shirts like that all
wow.
around. All around New York, Jersey, and Atlanta.
Yeah, so let's just go stateside for a bit because you said that you're from Jersey City,
Yeah.
and I had a feeling you was from the East Coast, so I'm from Brooklyn, and Flyboy and I, we went to high school in New Jersey together in Newark.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've been to, I know a lot about Jersey City. I used to go to Newport all the time, Journal Square. So yeah, I know about Jersey City, man. I know about Jersey City. I used to hang out over in Duncan, but they turned Duncan down though.
Yeah, Duncan used to be wild back in the day. All
Yeah,
my family come out of there. Yeah,
I know. All right, so what are we looking at here? What's this area here?
same thing. Yeah, that's the but that right there is in Vidigal, the favelas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me looking from another house.
Okay.
We had a restaurant up there, and we looking down at the houses where the kids was flying kites.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so that's Vidigal. That wasn't Hosina or Rosina, whatever everybody say. That was Vidigal, the one on the opposite side of the favela. That I never knew about. Like I never visited Hosina until I came to YouTube. When I came to YouTube, that's when I met Obi, who used to do tours on Favela Brother tours, and he used to be all over O'Shea channel and all of that stuff. So he the one who presented me to Rosina. But I used to go to Vidigal all the time before I even came to YouTube with content. That's where I was every time in Vidigal.
Okay. Nice. All right. And where
that's
is
the hotel again. That's that's like another side to it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yo, that's Leia. Leia was my first. That was my bro. And me and Leia was tight, man. And you see, I'm rocking it. I gave out those shirts and hats all throughout the favelas. So I brought hundreds of hats. So who knows if somebody still got that shirt? But yeah,
I'd be interested. Nice.
Me and Leia was rocking tight, and that's the one with I told you she met me at the airport when I first traveled there.
Yeah.
And this is our first day. That picture is our first night in what's it is. She was man. That was on another level, man.
I feel
that was she was on her grown woman for real. Like I've never had a Brazilian woman on her grown woman level like her. I'm talking about that entrepreneurial spirit. She's an entrepreneur for real. Like restaurants and stuff, like big time things.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Let's see. This is just what, like candy and stuff?
Yeah, one of the stores I did I ate a Brazilian candy challenge. I still got the video to this day. It's not on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I did a challenge eating Brazilian candy, and that video did pretty well on my channel that was deleted. That video did pretty well. So I ate all of the Brazilian candy, American taste, every Brazilian candy in the store. And I went in the store and brought every candy in there. So it's probably about 200 different kinds.
Gotcha. All right. Now,
Yeah, we know about that. Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I got a picture like that in Cali, Colombia. But
Yeah, Cali got one too. I was there too. I got that picture, but I never put it on the internet. I was in Cali, Colombia too. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one in Rio is I believe it's the biggest worldwide though.
Yeah, that's why they call it some wonder of the world. I think it's one of the wonders of the world of how the hell they get that big statue up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to one in Cali, and
Okay.
yeah, because I went there with a couple of hippies. I didn't know about Cali. I didn't even know Andre was out there years ago. If I would have knew he was out there, I could have chopped it up with him. But I didn't know if he was doing content around then.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, when did Dre say he started doing content? I think he said like 2019 or 18, something like that. You know.
Oh damn! I was out there around that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was out there
Yeah.
around that time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Definitely. So due to the fact that you've been traveling to Brazil, and you've been traveling to Brazil since 2015, or just traveling basically for 8 years. What was what would you say was kind of like the catalyst that said, you know what, I'm just gonna get my passport and start to travel? Now I know that you said that you were looking up Belize and you saw the woman in the carnival outfit. Now, was that the catalyst, or was there something else that was pushing you, like before you started doing your search?
It was just I was just tired, man. Like I told you, the fraternal twins with that, when she wouldn't even give me a hug.
Oh man.
That was really like that was like damn. The different things that family doing the same old thing, and every time you talk to them, it's the same old call. Problems with my job, problem with my kids. I ain't got no kids, so I don't know how to listen. I can't relate if I don't have any children. So that was like a turning point in my life. I'm like, yo, same old conversation. I'm on the phone with friends. Yo, man, I'm about to quit my job. I'm doing something else. So it's just like all of those, like that repetitive stuff. You work all week, you go to club on the weekend. I was like, yo, this can't be my life for the next 60 or 70 years. It is virtually impossible that I'm going to sit here for 30, 40, and 50 years working every day, blow my money on clubs, taking women out and stuff like that. Oh, it's cool. In the United States of America, you go to strip clubs, cool. You blow your money on women who say they never paid for a meal in 2 years, cool. And I'm looking like, yo, that's cool to y'all. Dating single mothers, that's cool to y'all. You expect us to have this mantra, this mindset, and this going forward, this conclusion of my life. I said, yo, I'm tired of this. So that's how, again, I was exhausted from that even before I got to the Blog Talk Radio and all of that stuff. I was just exhausted with the mundane, like this, the same old same. Where you're like, I need something different, and that's how I am.
Gotcha. I completely understand that. And excuse me. So now, when you're visiting a country, you know, what's like the 2 or 3 things that like will attract you to that country, or keep you attracted, right?
Yo, energy. I go do my research. You know, I heard you say that on your channel. Research before you even go to the country. And I'm big on energy. I'm big on, yo, what's the makeup of that energy for that particular country? So that's going to draw me in automatically. The next thing is, can it be fulfilling? And I know, like, feeling and stuff like that is it culturing? Like, can the culture bring me in with what they present, even online? So I've grown fulfillment with that, being around people, being around certain music, being around. So if the energy is crazy, they pull you in, the niceties of the people and all of that type of stuff. is it culturating or is it culturing for me to be in that country? And that's how I feel. So if I could look at the energy and is it going to fulfill me, bro, I'm going. I'm growing. I don't care if it's Europe. I don't care if it's Asia. I don't care if it's Africa. I'm coming. So I'm not opposed to that. So energy, what I see when I do my research, right? And fulfillment. If they got a negative energy and everybody else is getting black, like again, I don't want to use but everybody getting deleted or anything like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
I got
they had wars at odds and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, that ain't the energy I want to be around. So energy and fulfillment.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with that. And just to kind of circle back, right? You've been traveling for 8 years, 8 years, right? And so, excuse me, you have your website, you're an author, you promote your brand, you sell clothes, you have your Patreon, you have your YouTube channel, and we talked offline, and I don't want to say what you mentioned to me unless you want to say it, but you have other things that you're getting yourself into. So you have different avenues of earning an income. So now when men are traveling and they seek your advice, what is it that you say to them that will encourage them to kind of keep the entrepreneurial spirit going? Or maybe they don't have the entrepreneurial spirit. Like, what is it that you can entice them to tap into their entrepreneurial spirit when they're traveling abroad, or if they decide to become expats?
What can they got to do? Like you always say this, and I thought about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We always hear people say, "Do what you love and get paid for it."
Right.
That you can only sum it up to that.
Right.
You got to find out. You can't just pick something out and you just say, "Oh, I'm gonna wing it." Some guys that work for, right? Yeah. But the more the travel space get, like people start traveling and people start going overseas, there's a thing called saturation. And I'm not telling you to be scared or anything like that, but I'm just telling you to be prepared. So if you have something that you're good at in the States, you need to, can that transfer overseas, right?
Right.
You might be good with talking to people. So establish, get motivating people before you even get overseas. Right. Become a coach or something like that. Go get a certification for a coach. And learn how to do that. So it's got to be transferable. And you can't just get up and go. You can't depend on YouTube, because as you see with me, they demonetize me.
Right. Yeah.
They demonetize me. So if you're dependent on YouTube you're crazy. Right. You're crazy. Because all they got to do is flip that switch. Your butt is coming back to America eventually. Because those checks are going to dwindle after a couple of months, and then you're gonna make your return right back over here. So you got to have something that if YouTube is gone, if anything is, if your job is gone, you got something to say, yo, I can make this work. Some people is crypto. Like my man Los.
Shout out to Los. Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Los. Los like crypto. You got teaching Spanish. Habla Conmigo TV.
Yep, Profe Don Omar. Yeah, I think he's here too.
Yeah, shout out to Omar. You got Omar. He knows what he's doing.
You got Domain 2. Let's Speak Spanish Now.
Yeah, Let's Speak Spanish Now also.
I'm sorry, Let's Speak Spanish TV. My fault. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Let's Speak Spanish TV. You got Matty Ghost, that I know. If he wants to leave right now, he can, because of all of the things he put in on his IRAs or 401ks or investments on crypto, investments in the stock market. Yep. He made 96 grand on one of his investments on the stock market.
Nice.
$96,000 that he didn't equate for, but he's good with looking at the numbers and reading the charts.
Right.
He has a certain. So when you got stuff like that, you got to curate that. You got to make sure you know what to do. Like my T-shirts, I know for a fact that the internet isn't gonna do what I want with the T-shirts. So I said, yo, let me go hit the streets. Let me put out my name. Let me put it all around. Let me do Baby Philly. I got baby Philly shirts for the children, right? And the family,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Philly the Smart Cup. So I started pushing those years ago. And I just was everywhere, giving out free shit. They was like, this can't be for me. And all of a sudden, the mothers and the parents and the stuff started going to my website
Yeah.
and then purchasing shirts. And I
Right.
didn't need the internet for that. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? I'm talking about YouTube for that. I didn't need the YouTube
Right.
audience to do that because
Right.
I learned early in the wishy-washy. The moment you say something that somebody don't like on the internet, they go like this.
Right.
And I was like, nah, let me do something outside that they can get a kick out of. Their children gonna want it and stuff like that, and it's not a bad look for them. And it's innocent. It's innocent. So let me go put this on. So you gotta do something. So if fellas want to do this, man, you just gotta find something that can carry over to those different countries. If you want, you could save for a year. If you make $62,000, you could save 30 grand and live off 30 grand for the next 40 years. You can, if you do it right and learn how to, like, you can teach Spanish overseas. You can teach English while you're over there and still be living off what you saved. It all depends if you know how to spend. I'm a guy that knows how to spend. I don't go out. The only time I go out in a restaurant is if I'm sweeping the floor in that motherfucker. You think I'm not part of that ideology, that logic? I don't just present that to the public. If I got to go out there and deliver pizzas all night through Uber Eats, I'm going to go deliver pizzas and work that with my actual 9 to 5 during the day. So now I got 2 incomes coming in. I take that $50,000, go overseas. You can live off that, especially if you know how to budget, but you got to practice in the United States first. You got to say, no, I'm not going nowhere. No, I'm going to learn how to sit down. Yo, I'm going to learn how to read a book. Yo, I'm going to learn how to just, internet is not going to get you there. So I'm going to just learn how to do this. And if you want to utilize the internet for money profit, you can. Right. The internet can be your oyster if you use it. You can use that. So it all depends on what you want to do, in my opinion. And again, I'm good at saving. I can't tell you how to start many businesses over here. I'm good at selling T-shirts. I'm good at writing books. I can sell books. I can sell, I can sell an exotic book to a nun. You see what I'm saying? So I'm good at doing that particular stuff in my field. So if you're good at it, you're a creator. You love to tell stories, write books. Write 1 million of them. Send them to different studios. Tyler Perry Studios say, yo, I think you could do this movie into a book. Or write a screenplay. And tell where you want this person, where you want that. They got all of these avenues that people are sitting on, but they think it takes so much time. The log, like me and Jay Clyde was talking about in the Cats at the Cigar Lounge. You got Chat GPT. That write books for you now. So go pay for the membership and see where you want to go. See where you want the AI to write the book, how you want it to write it, what you call it. Keep going over that. Learn how to perfect it and get the kinks out. What nobody else doesn't know about ChatGPT to formulate what you want, you can create it. So they got that. You can pay a certain amount a month for ChatGPT and have all this stuff doing for you. It's writing menus. It's writing books. It's writing resumes. It's like, go try it, because it's gonna come there in the next 50 to 60 years. Well, it's gonna get even. So learn how to perfect it now.
Man, you know what's interesting. You mentioned Los and had a live stream with Los, my man Todd Allen, Infinite Growth TV. You should definitely check him out, man. Definitely a solid brother. But Los was just mentioning Chat GPT yesterday, and we were talking about AI, and he was talking about that in the crypto space, and Todd Allen, he focuses on forex, foreign exchange trading, and they both were talking about they both were talking about that, and then also with YouTube as well. So this thing is going to be huge. And people need to really start to utilize it. And I think that the people who are on it now are probably going to benefit the most, because they are, they're doing the work. They're doing the work now, kind of I don't want to call it guinea pigs, but I guess like doing the test run, if you will, and getting benefits from it. But people are going to get to it, I think, when it's too late. And I think that that's going to be a problem. So, and a lot of people have been mentioning that. So when you mentioned it, like a light bulb just popped in my head, and I was like, man, you know what? Like I need to start getting on it myself, because they both were talking about it. You just mentioned it, so I definitely need to start focusing on that. So that's definitely I'm moving that to the top of my priority list for sure.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So. So my next question to you, is that, so let's kind of go into. You mentioned how you got demonetized, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I was looking at some of the comments and even some of like other content creators have used like content that you've put together, because I see the Yesh Jonas on it, like so other people have used your content to kind of reply to the critics and attachers of
and that's what got me in trouble.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
Man.
what got me in trouble. They were everybody was taking my videos, and because I didn't do any, like, some people would cut out my part.
Yeah.
On the end of the video, and
Yeah.
I got to the bottom of it. Some people would cut out my part.
Yep.
And they would use but all it's seeing under my thing is copyright, because YouTube does its own copyright thing when somebody uses your videos. So people are taking my videos, putting them here, putting them here, putting them here, putting them here, putting them here. YouTube is like, what the hell is going on with this? And so they looked into it, and they said, hold up, many of these videos that you're doing, you're not saying anything behind them. So if you borrow somebody's video, your channel's like that, and other people are using your videos off your channel to do that. So they was like, okay, we got you. So I'm thinking, oh, if I go explain it, they give you 1 day to respond on that first try. I don't know if it ever happened to you.
No, not yet. So I haven't gotten a copyright strike, but I was doing.
No, they said I didn't have any copyright strikes.
Oh,
they said I just violated the monetization program.
No, yeah. No, I haven't. I mean, thankfully, fingers crossed, I have not gotten that yet. But
yeah, so that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
and I would chop them off from TikTok. So I went on there, right, not thinking to remove the videos. I forgot. I was like, because I told you what I got so much going on.
Yeah.
And so I went on there. I did a video because I was busy and I was out.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm using my videos for this, and I hope you guys don't take my monetization away because I only use these videos. They looked at that video. They said, deny. They said, with the quickness, I just sent it to them, and they sent it back to me, and they rejected my monetization, my request to remonetize. And they said, yo, you got to delete the videos first before you could come to us. I was like, oh. So I could have got it back right away if I would have deleted all the videos.
Yeah.
But I didn't delete the videos. And then it don't make no better that these people still sharing my videos and YouTube is getting the hits. Like somebody's copywriting. They was trying to figure out, like, why are these people copywriting his videos?
Right.
YouTube couldn't understand it. Some people grab my video on my channel. They got 300,000 followers, 60,000 views, 300,000 views, 50,000 views, 15,000 views. YouTube is like, what the hell going on? Why are everybody copywriting his stuff? And they looked into it. They wasn't copywriting my stuff. They was using the videos that I was taking, not leaving no significant content behind it, because you got to do a reaction video. Right. I wasn't doing reaction videos no more. I was just grabbing their videos and putting it on my channel from TikTok, and you know that's against the rules.
Right. Oh man. Wow. Well, man, I hope you get your monetization back, man, because we definitely need you to get that back, man. You definitely are popular, and regardless whether people agree or disagree with you or not, man. But you're very important to the travel community, man. And that's for damn sure, bro. So we definitely need that, man.
Man,
Don't.
salute to you, man. I'm gonna try. They said I got like 20 some days to reapply. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did that to Dre too. They did that to Dre too, but like I think he just got it back. He lost his monetization twice. And it's just weird. Like
Dre from Andre and Love Crossing Borders.
Yeah. I'm talking
He
about
lost
Dre.
it twice.
Yeah, he just got it back. What, like 2 weeks ago?
Why he
Something like
losing
that.
his?
Huh?
He's a positive guy.
Man, they coming after, man. They coming after the travel community, man.
That's why I stopped using Passport Bros in my hashtags, man. I was like, because once the internet gives you a negative connotation, yo, they seem to run with it. Like if you ain't a channel with a certain number of subscribers, bro, they're gonna come at you. And even the larger channels, they still would come at them. Look at all the channels that they've come at before. They even banned a person, as you know, the person that's locked up right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to say that because I don't want the algorithm to pick that up. But,
right. Yeah.
So
we talking about his initials are AT. So yeah, I know who you talking about though. I know who you talking about.
Yo,
so talking about AT. Yeah,
AT. Shout out to AT. But we knew AT was we know what he's about, and for them to go to that extent, it's like crazy to me. So if they did that to him, picture what they do to everybody else.
And his brother too. And his brother.
Yeah, and his brother.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Wow.
It is wild. Yeah, so like your thoughts, your thoughts on like the critics that's coming after the travel community. What are your thoughts on that?
Like I just don't. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I just don't care. I just don't care because it's like we know what these guys are about. We know a lot of these guys. They want to get their feelings off their chest, like get it off your chest, like they used to say in the 80s and 90s. And we know for a fact that they got a voice now. Some of these dudes are trying to have a better focus. Some of these dudes are trying to. Now, of course, you're gonna have your dirt balls. Of course, you're gonna have your dirt balls. Of course, you're gonna have the dudes that don't really want to have a code, a standard, and they just want to be out there doing their own damn thing. Now, they gotta bear those. They gotta bear those punches that come at them. But as far as us, who don't be out there just all willy-nilly and wilding and stuff like that, I think the criticism is just a waste of time. I think it's too many people with too much time on their hands and not being productive, and trying to make an easy buck or trying to do something that's in their heart that they just got ill intent, period. Because I've seen my stuff criticized and and they put a picture of me as a thumbnail for a future show, and when the show comes on, it's nothing about me. Nothing about me.
Yeah.
It's because I came on somebody's channel or show that they don't like. And it's not that I'm promoting a certain thing. No, you can't catch me doing that. So their whole thing is, I don't like him. I don't like him. But they don't have anything to say that can last 9 hours, 10 hours. Some of these streams be like 11 hours I'm hearing. And I'm like, yo, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours about something that you're not going to change. You're not going to. So the criticism is just a waste of damn time. All they're trying to do is put you in harm's way for when you go overseas, you could be a walking target. That's why many of these guys don't tell their locations and they don't have YouTube channels. Think about it. It's millions of men right now leaving the United States of America, or is millions outside of this country that you don't know about. You don't know what countries they're visiting because they're not visiting these typical countries. But you don't know that because they don't want their business out on First Street. They leave it up to us to try to put it out there so other people who are innocent can get harmed when we do mention those most notable places, or noticed places, or most visited places. Like when you go to Brazil, if I keep saying Rio, they knew that's going to be a target. If I keep saying Salvador, Bahia, that's going to be a target. If I keep saying Sao Paulo, that's going to be a target. No. That's why I just get on the plane, just go all around Brazil, where they don't even deal with this internet stuff. They too busy trying to put food on their plate. That's the difference between men. And so the criticism and the critics is just useless, because there's a lot of guys out there making good content who don't have ill will with none of this. They really want to find wives, girlfriends. They really want to learn about the culture. They really want to engulf themselves in it. And people say, yo, what dude is going to go to another country to? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. What dude is going to go to another country and just for the culture and all of that? You're an idiot. I want to say that now. You just lack common sense. There's no logical bone, or you don't have your mental capacities have shifted to your ass. So that's what I'm saying. So when you got a bunch of people like that who just have nothing to do with their time, nothing to do with their just their energy. They just all about negativity. That's what you're going to get. But I don't watch that low side of YouTube. I call them the low side of YouTube. They low. They're always going to be low. That's in their nature to be low. That's what they were bred in. They were bred in households where they didn't have structure, where they didn't have the father figures, the mother figures, the grandmama. They didn't have all of that. I had all that. So I know how to control and have decorum and stuff like that, and not be so angry with them and not come at them. I don't care about them. They don't exist to me. These critics on YouTube, TikTok, I can't now say use their videos against them without doing commentary. I'm just not going to use their videos anymore. So I'm just not going to give them that light. But these critics, whether it's on YouTube, where they got too much time on their hands with these damn live streams, or TikTok, just don't care. I just don't. I think it's useless. I think you guys shouldn't focus on it. I think we should stop sharing their videos and start sharing videos of women saying what they really want and doing reaction videos to that. Women doing what they would, like using American women who really want to rock with men and say, well, it's too late for you all, but I like the sentiment that you're trying to present to us, but we'll get that overseas. But thank you for that kind video. Thank you. Thank you for being kind. I think we should start doing that to flip the script on the negativity happening about men going overseas, men traveling, blue book gentlemen, all of these different factions. Or I think we should flip the script and stop like focusing on them, because they don't matter. The critics don't matter. Notice, besides the dating coaches, I mentioned none of these people talking bad about us. Besides the dating coaches and the videos that I've shared, and I mentioned nothing about these dating coaches because I don't give two craps about them. They mean nothing to me, and they're not going to mean nothing to. They could use my thumb, my face as their thumb. I don't care, because when the people actually go to my content, you know what they say? I really like that Yesh on this guy. It's like the inverse of the reaction that they think they're gonna get. Their audiences start listening to me, and like, yo, this guy ain't so bad. He ain't talking what they talking, and so the critics mean nothing to me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Listen, share this video, like this video, man. Yes, Jonas is cooking.
Share it right now. Share the video
right now. Definitely. And you cooking, man. I completely agree. The thing that kind of gets a little bit under my skin, I'll be transparent here, is not necessarily the woman, it's the men. It's the men that pander, and then they say, oh, well, you guys are traveling overseas and you guys can't get women here in the States. And it's like, no. That could be furthest from the truth. Here's the thing, though. You got to think, and you as a man, you should be thinking logically as far as how much you could stretch your dollar. because we all know in the statistics, like what? So I just saw, so there's 13% of men in the United States that make $100,000 or more annually. So 13%. So that means I'm sorry. So that's 87% of men in the United States who do not make $100,000. So, and the average salary for a male in the United States, I believe, is about 38 to 40,000 annually. So that's all across the United States. So we're including, it could be in the middle of nowhere. I know metropolitan cities is going to be much higher due to the fact that you're in a metropolitan city, but everyone doesn't have the means or can live in a metropolitan city. So we have to include all of the United States. So we could be talking about some little small town in Iowa, no diss to Iowa, nothing like that. But I'm saying, not everyone is able to live in New York City, Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Houston, Dallas, Chicago. I could go on and on. Detroit, so there's people that are going to be living in, some small places. So we have to incorporate all of that salary. Long story short is that if you're not able to obtain, that high amount of salary, why not take a salary to where you go to another place and you immediately shoot up to the top 10% or even top 1%. And then not only that, right? Not only that, on the romantic side, where we could talk about how some of these women are more cooperative. Of course, a woman's going to be a woman regardless, right? You're always going to run into some issue. Nothing is ever going to be, nothing is ever going to be 100% sweet. But the thing about it is that you have a lot more opportunities. And if the woman does like you, or no, if the woman likes you, she's going to, whether she likes you or not, she's going to be, typically she will be transparent about it abroad as opposed to here in the States.
Yeah. For me, the reason why I say you're right, take your money, I say save first. If that's all you make, I say accumulate what you make first. Even if it takes you 2 years, 3 years, accumulate that first. When I was making only 38,000, I'm telling you, at the end of the year, I had $15,000 in my pocket. I was able to save 15 G's in my pocket because I was able to get employment that you didn't have to pay for housing. So, for instance, if you work for if you're a superintendent in New York City, in Jersey, you're a superintendent, you get free housing.
Yep.
So it's like, bro, you're getting paid and you get to stay there for free. So you save up your money for a good 2, 3 years, 10 years. Like I had the opportunity to save for over 10 years. So if you got opportunity like that, you might got fixed up. You might got to be on call. You might got, you got to deal with it. Deal with it. So I'm like, but there's some things you deal with, but you will have that money in your pocket, especially with no children. No children like myself. Yeah. So you ain't got to deal with that. You ain't got to deal with this. So this is what I was putting the guys in the mindset. And these guys looked at me, oh, there ain't no money. And then they spending their money going out there. And then by the time they know it, these same guys trying to come to me and borrow money. So it's like, that's what you want to get away from. And you're right. Overseas. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to be, you want to be the 1% overseas, you want to be the top 5% overseas, you want to be the top 10% overseas, then you get the woman or anything like that. You got to understand. There's a thing, like, the women would rather be part of the ethical cancer instead of the thing that destroys you. You heard me say that on clinician show.
Our kosher clinician, shout out to kosher clinician.
So shout out to kosher clinician. You heard me say, most people, right, and even women are included in this, would rather be part of the ethical cancer instead of the things that destroy it or the thing that destroys it. You know what destroys it? Going overseas. If after you get your budget together, listen to what King said. After you get your budget together, after you focus on the money, you understand who makes the 30%, who have the higher percentage of what they make and what they present out to the public. Okay, your money now. You got the numbers on money. You're getting that together. Now you're focused on, okay, I'm going overseas. I want to do something. I want a woman. You're a heterosexual stand-up sidewalk cracking dude. Know that there's 4 elements to femininity. 4 elements. There are 4 elements to femininity, and they don't change. I don't care who you talk to. I don't care if you talk to a people. The ethical cancer is, yo, you can't handle her. That's ethical cancer. Like she's a piece of luggage. Who wants to handle a woman like she's a piece of luggage? I never had a foreign woman say that to me. Even when I didn't want to talk to her anymore. You know what she tried to do? Compete to stay in the race. She didn't say, yo, you just can't handle me. No. Or they say things like, you're not strong enough. You hear that all the time. You hear people say like, yo, you're not strong enough. Like, I'm not strong enough to do what? I'm not strong enough to pick you around and carry you around the room all day or down the street or something like that. What does that mean? My heart or whatever like that? I'm able to take on. Think about this. In the United States of America, every day you leave out every day you go outside, you're dealing with jobs, right? You're dealing with a war. First thing you're dealing with, right, is the preparation for war. That's you getting in the shower. That's you getting out the bed, don't feel like it. That's you putting on slippers, it's like you prepping for war. That's your preparation. The shower, the preparation to get your hair. Every morning you have to do that. Everybody. The teeth, the shoes, the clothes that you had to buy 3 weeks ago. Preparation. Now it's going into war. You got to fight traffic. Think about this. You dudes have to do this as well as the women. But I'm going to just tell you where I'm going with this. You dudes have to do this every day. Now you're going to war. You're going to war. You don't really want to go to that job you're at. You don't want to really be around those people that you are, like you jobbing with. And because I don't call it work. Your work is something that you do. Your job is something that you do. Your work is something that you are, that you become, that you like doing it, and it's effortless. Like you could do that in your sleep. That's your work. Something you were brought here to do. So you go into a job, right? You job it. You go into a job every day, and you're going through the war. Now you got to have a set time to go to lunch. You got to go back in the office, back at the yard, or anything like that, whatever you're doing. And every day you're doing this. Now it's time for PTSD to set it. On your way from your job back to your home, all of a sudden, now PTSD. Now you're home. You and your partner, or you and I'm not even gonna say partner, you and your woman, I ain't using those terms. You and your woman that you going in that house with are now both at PTSD, because America is a steadier place where you got to keep doing this every day. Y'all always got to go. You're always on the go. So now, how you suffering from PTSD every time you get in your house? And I'm not talking about the war form of it. I don't mean to be disingenuous. But there's certain forms of PTSD. But I'm not talking about the military, the people that serve our country. Most of it. I'm not talking about what you guys have gone through. I'm just using it as an analogy for settling in after you come from jobs that you don't like, being around people that you don't like, and fighting a war to try to gain something or gain a win from a dollar, right? Think about this. PTSD, right? When you get there. So now both of you guys got to decompress. You can call it decompressing, but it's PTSD. So now post-traumatic stress disorder, because you just went to a job that you don't really want to be at, but you know you need money for your family. You got kids that you got to deal with if you guys got children. So every day it's like this for you. And you don't know this is happening. Every single day this is for you. So if I looked at that, right? If I looked at that and I said, yo, I saw my uncle go through that. I saw my cousin go through that, who older than me. Everybody's older than me. I saw my grandfather, my uncle. I seen all of these guys that I know are good guys that I know. And these guys have to be good. They got to have a track record, right? And so you go like, and I mean good with me, handle it as a man. Just because he cheated or whatever like that, that don't mean he ain't good. especially if you're an upwardly mobile guy. And I'm gonna say, I'll put that out there in the public. Y'all could disagree, but cool. You guys have been brought into that Western ideology with this, not me. Even if he stepped out a little bit, but he never brought any diseases back or anything like that, he cool. Especially if he upwardly mobile, taking care of everything, doing his thing. So he come back, you see him, but now you see that his woman is coming at him. He's always in his face, always talking about, this ain't enough. She always buying what she don't need and all of this stuff that's happening, right? She listening to her girlfriends and all that. So if I'm seeing that from afar, I'm like, you know what? I'm a one-woman man, or I like to have one woman and I might do my thing on the side. That's you. But if I say to myself, I'm a one-woman man, I seen my uncle go through this. I seen my cousin go through this. I seen everybody go through this. Yo, let me go overseas and see what this is about. I got my paper together. Let me see what I saved up my little coins and stuff like that, my bag, and let me see what overseas is about. Because I want to try something different. All of this stuff I've seen. So you go over there, you see the 4 elements of femininity. You see her getting her nails done, doing her prep time. You see her being around other women, talking positive about men, not negative. Oh, again, if she around a bunch of girlfriends overseas and they talk bad about men, she in the wrong environment, right? She loves the embrace of masculinity, being around a man, right? And she, again, she needs that embrace from a man. These are 4 elements of femininity. And also she needs her alone time. Those are 4 elements that every woman needs. 4 elements that if you see your farm woman doing all of this, right? Being around family, doing all of those 4 elements, you need to hold on to her and you get a better response from her. Bro, I'm telling you, overseas you see that more often than you see it here. You see it overseas more often than you do it here. Now, you could say it's because America go. There's a video that I'm about to release of a lady that moved to she moved to Nigeria. And she moved to Nigeria. Guess who she moved to Nigeria? It was a white lady who moved to Nigeria with her African Nigerian husband, and they got 2 kids. And she said, what was the adjustment? She was on TikTok. She said, all of these questions always coming in. How was you able to adjust? She said, yo, I'm going to just be very transparent in this video. She said, it was hard. She said, because America is all about go, 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 right? She said, when I got here, everything is not go. Everything is just relax. We'll get to it. And she said, coming from a country where you on the go all the time, it gets you to the money but it destroys something in the end. It's like you always hyped up, and when people move overseas to a lot of these places, they don't move like America. They don't move like America. So you guys gotta get that in your mind so you can sustain your finances while you're over there with your woman. You don't have to approach going overseas the way you did here as far as dating and marriage. You could slow down. And the moment guys understand to slow down, the only people that I know that don't slow down is the guys that's trying to do content. That always got to go do their camera. They feel they're going to lose their audience. I'll never feel like that. I'm like, if people gravitate to me, they gravitate to me. I want to have a show on TV one day. So I want to be one of those ones, the Black Anthony Bourdain, but the Black Yesh, because I don't want nobody's name. But the Black Yesh on television, who everybody like to see, going to different countries, tasting food, doing all of this stuff. That's what I want. And but long story short, slow down. Your finances, we know what it's like. We know, but you going overseas to find a woman, she'll adjust to you. See, that's the difference between the women in the United States of America to going overseas. The women overseas will adjust to you. The women in the United States want you to adjust to them.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I was
no,
good.
yeah, no, but you said, so you said that, the woman in the United States want you to adjust to them, and the woman overseas, they will adjust to you. And you could not have said that any better because for the most part, it's the truth for the most part, right? Again, we can only say, I'm not going to say all, but there is, there is an amount. And the thing is that if there's numerous amounts of men that are saying these things, there has to be a semblance of truth to it. It can't just be, oh, we're hurt, we all need therapy, we're all just angry. Like, I mean, yeah, there are some men that are just angry, sure. But the thing about it is that there is thousands, maybe even millions of men that believe this, and there are more men that actually want to say these things, but they don't want the echo chamber to come after them. That's the problem. That's the problem.
And you know what I noticed? And I've noticed that the echo chamber can't do anything to you if you got your finances together. If you put your money somewhere, if you know how to position your capital, it can't do anything to you because you're willing to go over there and live how she is over in Nigeria with her husband. You're willing to do that. You're like, yo, I'll go live in a jungle before I let this echo chamber stop me from having this feeling or being able to speak. I'll go live in a jungle. And when you have to, you know I'm hard to try to cancel. And I came at a lot of people on TikTok. I had millions of views. They came at me and my personal life. Organizations, like real life, like feminist organizations. I don't like him. Let's try to get him done and all of that. I was like, yo, I'll sleep on somebody's floor. I've been homeless before. I'll sleep on somebody's floor before I let you stop me from being vocal. I wear t-shirts, won't care about your superficial lifestyle. Listen to people like, oh yeah, but y'all don't understand about if you never had these people come at you, they try to come to destroy you from having any resources come in. That's their only goal. Their only goal. First of all, disparage your name. Second of all, to stop your resources. That's all they can do. Right. That's the only two things they can do. But if you're willing to be homeless, borrow money just to get your cell phone paid off, or have somebody pay off your cell phone and say, I'd rather stay on the street making videos or in the woods, in the jungle where nobody knows I'm at. Me by myself and my woman, my farm woman, nobody will know where we are. I would never slip up and show them my location. And I would do content to go against you all. If you got that mindset, I sleep on her family floor before I let you out. Because you don't want nothing. You don't want no cars, you don't want no clothes, you don't want but if you got a family, notice how they get you. If you got a family, they wait till you have kids. I don't want your kids. They wait till you have a woman in the United States. I don't want none of your women. So you can't accuse me of nothing. Nobody coming in, I don't want your woman. That's how you got to think. You say, yo, doesn't this nice little suit on, everybody looking at you look good? Yeah, everybody looking at you look good. A dude in a suit, cool. I'm rocking with that. That's grown man. That's an adult. But when you're doing a certain form of content, you can't operate from that because they're gonna put something in your food. They're gonna know where you go. They're gonna be like, okay, he's superficial, going to this restaurant, regular. But if you're a person, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I ain't gonna see McDonald's for another 2-3 months. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. I'm willing to try different places. You'll never do the same thing. You don't have a certain pattern. So it's like, you hate to say it, but you gotta operate like that mentally. Because if you don't, I'm like, man, you just don't know what's in store. You gotta be in a house at a certain time. That's if you want to live that life. But if you're gonna do it overseas, cool. You just know to take your money out the American bank and put it somewhere that nobody can touch but you. So this is stuff that you have to do in order to protect yourself if you want to speak how you want to speak. Now, if you cool, you're like, yo, I don't mean no harm. I ain't trying to stop nobody's, they still might come after you. Might come after you. So I'm saying there's particular things that you got to do if you're going to be out there putting your face out in public and talking the way you got to be prepared for what's going to come, and you got to really stand on it. And I stand on it. People know I stand on it. So they like, yo, him, when I meet him, he's the way he is online, in person. He's about his business, but he know that when you start speaking like this, telling guys to go overseas, oh, they're gonna come out the woodwork trying to attack you for no reason. You ain't telling them to harm women. You tell them to be cordial. You tell them to be respectful. You tell them to do business. You're not telling them to like just do only do business with men. Don't do business with women. You're not saying that. Like, what's the president? What's his name? Pence or I think it's Pence, who always brought his wife to every meeting.
Mike Pence.
I don't blame him. Y'all might not like him or Trump, but I don't blame him. Do you know they tried to castigate him in public because he said that? No, his wife should come. You ain't accusing me of nothing. No, my wife was right there. So I don't like that type of stuff. You see what he got to do to protect his name, to protect himself, to protect his finances, to protect him from allegations? They got to do that. Look at this type of stuff they got to do just to be regular human.
Right.
They got to show the world, like, I got to bring my woman with me. I don't trust none of you.
Right. Yep. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Hey, so I know we're approaching the 90-minute mark, so I don't know how much longer you have, but let's see.
I know they gave some super chats. I don't know if you want to read those off.
Yeah, definitely want to get to some of the super chats. I want to get to the chat period here. Let's see. Okay. All right, perfect. Let me get to some of the super chats.
Look at Grego.
Shout out to El Lobo. El Lobo, thank you for the super chat. It says passports up. Let's see here. Shout out to Grego. Yesh is really a nice guy behind the content. Oh man. Definitely. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh man, definitely share and like this video. We got a little under 10 minutes to go, so let me get a couple of questions here. So, kind of going back into where you were stating that stateside women want the men to acquiesce to them, as opposed to abroad, the woman will acquiesce to the man. Now, do you believe that traditional women are starting to die out worldwide, and if so, excuse me, and if so, how do you believe that this will affect the world?
Well, we're just gonna lose a lot. It's gonna be less family. It's gonna be less tradition. It's gonna be less. To me, it's gonna be less economy. It's like it's gonna be less relationships. It's gonna be less all of that. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be less all of that. So it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the family. It's gonna hurt relationships. It's gonna hurt somewhat the economy, and it's gonna pull people further apart. We got these different things. Like I did a video that said the orientation of time. I said the gender egalitarianism. And I jumped on a lot of those issues that we see that society's going. Like egalitarianism, gender egalitarianism is like, everybody's equal, nobody's different, women can do whatever men can do. And that's what they're pushing. They're pushing all this, the orientation of time, where they got people who like are the conservative people who's saying, I need to save for the future and all that. But then now you got the youth that's coming up who are saying, we just need to do whatever we need to do, and everybody, and we don't care what happens. And what is that, YOLO? Remember when YOLO was hot?
Yeah, you only live once. Yeah.
So you got the YOLO mindset that's engulfed society. But so they could get away from tradition, but all of that stuff helped out somewhat, depending on what form of the West is it coming from, and what form of the East, when you mix those two, because they share some good things or good parts as part of it. But having roles and having special, like for instance, I don't know who said that. I guess that's a Western ideology because all the people I know in Costa Rica, all the men cook. The men cook better than the women. The men throw down in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
The men throw down. So that, again, that's a Western that we could get rid of. Because the men used to make the meals back in the men were the ones putting the meat on a what is it called? Putting the meat on and turning it. That was the men.
What do you call that?
Yeah, the women were the ones chopping up the vegetables while the men were making the meat, tenderizing and all. So that's what we used to do. So I don't know who made it that women just get in there and cook and men don't. Again, because men, they said, well, since men go to work, yeah, kebab. You need the man to since he's working, you need to stay at home and cook for him and all of the guys I know in Costa Rica. All of the guys, them dudes will get off on long days of work and cook what they want. I was just in Costa Rica. Now, Brazil, Brazil, we know these guys. They throw around and barbecue and cook it. But I'm talking about, I was just visiting Costa Rica. Went there, and he got off of work, went to another house, got off of work, he started cooking. He was like, nah, I want a particular meal. I got a taste for something. He cooked for the whole family. So I'm like, you see that a lot. So like stuff like that, I don't know who made us up with, but stuff like that. But the women would prepare the clothes. They always do the clothes.
Yep.
They always do the clothes. I've never seen no one in South America, no man pick up the clothes and do the. That's cool. She got that role. That's her. She has that.
Mm-hmm.
That order. Cleaning. I've seen anybody do cleaning. I've seen so I've seen it. The house shouldn't be dirty by the time you get there anyway, unless they're dealing with the children. So you learn these customs and cultures of different people. You're like, damn. So the man cooks and he cleans up his own mess in the kitchen, and he'll take your plate and grab it and take it and put it in the sink, and she'll be the one that wash it after he make all of the. I was like, so it ain't like I thought. But when I first started traveling, I thought it was, so we got these certain roles. Some things, United States of America bastardized it. But if you learn off these other cultures, man, the men and women mesh pretty well when you got strong households and strong families. Mm-hmm. Here, they don't have that. It's like, yo, you got to do this, I got to do that. Yo, we set like this. Nah, we set like this. So you got to flip it. But tradition is tradition of what, like the woman, again, acquiesces to the man overseas. Mm-hmm. Like if he tell her, like, I want you to cook, she gonna cook with no problem. If he tell her he want to cook the next day, she gonna do it. He might want to do it the 5th day. He might not want to do it the 3rd day. So that's how it works. The woman is just not gonna get angry and upset because she know eventually he gonna start doing this thing in the kitchen too. And so it's like certain stuff that you guys don't argue about. There's no push and pull for it. There's none of that. Right. It was like, yo, he's good there. You'll do it one day. You do it here. You do this here. That's what you normally do. You do that. You normally clean this area. I clean this area. It's just like unspoken. It does unspoken. And that's the problem. We got these spoken rules and we got some people opposing them and they shouldn't. They should look more into it and say, yo, why do we do these certain things? But when you just remove and say, no, you're going to do everything I say and you don't do nothing and start causing that chaos in families. Because I spoke to the people down in South America and Central America. They said, yo, the outward voices, every time they listen to outward voices in their households, it corrupts their arrangement. They have a certain arrangement. It corrupts it. So she might, in Costa Rica, listen to her sister. And her sister tell her, oh, you don't, and all of a sudden it causes like chaos in their relationship because she just listened to her sister. So she learned not to listen to family members because that works. Her sister's house works. Her mother's house work. And hers work in this vein or this manner. And it works out for them. So tradition, just traditional roles in the United States of America, we so at odds with each other. I don't think there's no repair. I don't. I don't think there's no repair in like a large number, because they don't. The roles involve what you spend and pull out. That's part of the roles. That's part of tradition.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of conserving stuff for the family. But if you got a group of people who are raised that I'm just gonna get what I want, and that's gonna harm the tradition. That's gonna harm the formation of the family. You just buying everything you want. You ain't putting nothing aside. You ain't operating from orientation of time, where, yo, I gotta save, I gotta put something aside, and I'm gonna look forward to the future and stuff like that. You ain't like that. You like that YOLO generation. You don't want that. So that's what I'm seeing with the issue, because everything else is involved with this lack of tradition. The internet, I want what everybody else has. I want to keep up with the Joneses. All of that stuff destroys tradition. So if you got to think about it. 100 years ago, you ain't had to give a woman's hair done like that. You didn't have all of this beauty salons and all of that 150 years ago. It wasn't all of that. It was like, okay, they go get the flat iron by the hot comb with Cicely who created the straighten comb.
Yeah, Cicely Tyson.
No, it's no, not Cicely Tyson. Is I forgot her name, but yeah, she get it straightened with the hot comb. That's all it was. They get their hair fried and dyed and laid to the side, and they coming home. It wasn't all this makeup. It wasn't all of this stuff. It wasn't all this extra stuff. Right. They added all of this extra stuff. So now
all of the lashes and
they added the lash. Think about this.
And the long nails.
I want you to say, they always say they want a real man, right? Here's crazy. They add this to, y'all ain't traditional. You ain't no real man. Hold up. You know what kills your traditional argument, lady? You get fake hair that's not yours. You get false nails that ain't yours, eyelashes that ain't yours, a color of your skin or a perfection of your skin that ain't yours, i.e. makeup, blush, and all of that. You even do something that nobody mentions. You always do something that nobody mentions. You put on something that makes your eyes look like they got a shadow underneath it. You got a fake ass shadow underneath your eyes called eyeshadow. You even got that's fake. You got a fake booty, you got a fake waist, you got, or you add all this, you got fake toenails. Those ain't your real toenails. Your real toenails don't have them white tips as if they look good. Your feet are jacked up, lady. You see what I'm saying? You don't have all of that. Then you add other stuff, the piercings involved. Then you add the tattoos. All of this litany of stuff that you gotta be around a woman in the United States of America for. Yo, you can have it. You can have it. So I'm not representing tradition. You're a walking example of not representing tradition. A walking example. Then you got your breast all out. Then you got tights. Remember they used to call them coochie cutters?
Yeah. Not a yoga pants.
Now they yoga pants. But back in the day, your mother, man, my sister would have went out the house with, my mother would have took that jab right to her head. Where you going with them coochie cutters on? If my sister would have left the house with coochie cutters on, my sister would have been bang. She wouldn't even thought to leave out the house with those on. Now they calling them yoga pants. They even got a false name for what they wearing as if they really doing yoga or exercise. Or see, everything that they do is false. It's non-traditional. It's non-traditional. So that's why I told you we're far from that. We're far with the evolution and I don't know what to call it, with the evolved state of appearance and how women should look. Tradition is out the door alone. A man could be traditional all day, but it will never happen because of what she has to put, what you got to put up with to get her to that point. So no, tradition is gone. It's never going to come back. You might as well light it with a torch. You can find it overseas though. Even the women that wear, think about this. Think about this. They don't go and get the dollar store makeup. They go get that, Yo, I'm talking about the stuff that costs like just the lip liner costs like $150, and they got to get the Kim Kardashian joint. So think about the price. So even if you go overseas and you get a woman that wears some stuff on her face, right?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the price like here. That's the difference. It's not gonna be the price like here. And then when she get in the water, oh, she gonna come with that nice Brazilian jet black down to her back. She don't need to go to a hair salon after she get out the water. But you need to go to a hair salon a couple days after that. Oh, they don't even want to get their hair wet. And you know who's cool with jumping in the shower 5 times a day and don't have to worry about makeup, and I didn't have to stay long waiting for my Brazilian woman. You don't have to wait long for them to get out there. After they get out the shower, they got to do all this. Man, she was ready in 5 minutes. After taking a shower, 5 minutes. You know who you got to worry about with the implants and all that? Nah, she's naturally built like that. Men, we good. Like my man said, men, God put us together like that. God put us together like that. With women, they put them together. She got that form and that shape, and I like to see that with foreign women. And they can hair's theirs, get ready quick, ready to go, got the femininity. You see how you win on all aspects of that. So I'd rather go to that tradition, that more bang for your buck. Y'all can get mad all y'all want. Anybody that deals with numbers will always take the money that comes back to their company. You're the company. You're the company. So if you can get more bang for your buck for your company for that year, you're going to do it. That's why you do taxes. That's why you do all of that. You don't want to have something that tax you overly when you can pay less taxes somewhere else. It's just that when you think about money situations, you could do you could equivocate this to anything. It's beneficial for you to go overseas. It's more productive for you to go overseas. Look, listen, it's more enduring for you to go overseas. Your life in it, the action, the execution, the performance, everything that goes into you going overseas has been better for a lot of men. And the tradition is done here, and it's been better for a lot of guys, and a lot of guys appreciate it. Now, if you get a woman that try to mimic the West, more power to you. I'm not going to suggest that you get a woman that's trying to mimic the West. I like my women foreign. And that's the reason why we go into a lot of these places. I like her to have her language. I like her to have her accent. I like her to have her traditions, her culture, and all of that. You guys can miss me with that. I want my woman foreign. More power to you if you want American woman, American-minded acting and all of that foreign woman overseas. You can have all that.
Yeah, really quick before we let you go, do I have one last question I wanted to ask you?
Yeah.
Now you mentioned like speaking the native language. Now, for people who don't know, and I want to make sure I got this correct. So you're able to speak Portuguese and Spanish both fluently. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
No. Spanish, I'm nice with it. I'm pretty good with Spanish. I'm pretty good with Portuguese. So I keep it like that. Fluency? No.
Okay.
So in order to be fluent, you gotta know that language 100%, like 100%. So I'm not 100%. Sometimes they say something, I'm like, and then I learn the word, and now I got it. So sometimes that does happen.
Okay.
But as far as like got it heavy and conversational and interaction, and don't have a problem with understanding the majority of stuff they say, yeah, you can say that.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask you this then. So from 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, what is your comfortability in speaking Portuguese?
Probably about, I'd say about 8.5.
Okay, I was thinking that for Portuguese.
Yeah.
Now, what about Spanish?
Spanish, I'm probably about a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, probably about a 7. But when people hear me speak it, they be like, hold up. Yes, you bullshitting us.
No, you
Yes.
good. You good. You
Oh,
good,
you.
man. We you good, bro. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. They like, yeah, yes, you messing with us. You know more Spanish than you lead on. So they always call me out for it because I'll be interacting. Like they heard me in Costa Rica the other day, and they like, hold up, you say you only kind of good with Spanish. You're lying. So yeah. So I'm telling you, I'm pretty nice with Spanish also. All of the people I speak to and stuff like that from Costa Rica, they don't speak no English. So none of them speak English. So I speak to all of them in Spanish. We have conversations. We laugh about stuff in Spanish.
Yeah, gotcha, man.
He said 8.5 fluent, bro.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Who is that?
that's the main. That's let's learn Spanish TV.
Okay. Salute him. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
let's.
yeah,
Oh,
so he's a Spanish teacher. So he's saying,
oh.
so he's saying eight and a half is fluent. So, but
I
I
don't
mean,
consider that as fluent. I'm sorry. I don't know. Y'all could disagree with me, but I don't consider that as fluent. I know I'm nice with it, but I still got some ways to go.
okay, yeah, I think, I think that like. I do think that eight and I would say like an 8 and higher is pretty fluent because you're basically saying like you're able to speak 80% of the language and you only know 8.5. So let's say you're saying maybe 15% of stuff that you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but you're able to be comfortable around Spanish speaking people to where you don't necessarily have to run to an app and be like, hold up. You know what I mean?
Look what he said. Speak Spanish now. Said only you can determine your level of fluency. It's your comfort level. What do you think about that?
I completely agree with that. You know what I mean. So you said Portuguese is 8.5. All right. So now he's saying fluency is 100%. You know what? I'm gonna let the Spanish teachers duke it out.
Yo,
I'm
they
talking
going
to you
at
now.
it. They going
I'm
at
talking
it,
to you now. I'm gonna let them talk to each other.
They
I'm
going
gonna let
at
them
it.
talk to each other, man. Listen. Anyway, you are comfortable. Let's just say it like this. Call it down the middle. You comfortable speaking to people who speak 100% Portuguese or not Spanish, right?
What you say? What you say?
This dude digging in the comments. So what I said was that you're comfortable speaking to people who speak 100% Portuguese. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're good. We're good.
So people, I don't know. People always call me out on it. They always like, yeah, he calling me out right now. He's like, yo, bro, that's fluent to me. Jay Clyde might say, yo, that's fluent to me. Gregor might say, yo, you still got a little bit more to learn. You see what I'm saying? So everybody got their own like little different thoughts about mine, because Jay Clyde was in a taxi cab with me in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And the taxi cab driver don't speak no English. And I'm translating, chopping up with them, telling them what they said, talking to the police officer. The police officers pulled her out the car. And I'm telling them what the police officers are saying and telling them not to move. And he telling you, put your hands here. And he about to pull this out to certain parts. So I understand it like how the people that live in Brazil, but me speaking it back in certain words that I want, like I want in English. Yeah. Sometimes I run into those moments. They rare, but I run into it. So that's that 15%.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this now. How long did it take for you to learn as much as you have learned in Portuguese and also in Spanish? And then which one was more challenging for you?
I don't know. Brasileiro português não mais duro. Let's say fácil. So it was easy for me. It wasn't hard to learn Portuguese. Portuguese was easy because I wanted it. I took 11 months just sitting in my apartment. Let me show you something. Now, I pulled this up because I knew this question was coming up.
Sure.
And notice how I leaned over and pulled this up. This is what I was doing all around my apartment. This is what I was doing all around my apartment. This was everywhere. Every wall of my apartment was covered with these. Every wall in my apartment was covered with those. So, and that says, como es que, so, like, este repitiendo, por favor, deseo el entende derecho. So I can see, I want to see if I can understand that right. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Look, what is this? Repeat it. Repetir means to repeat. It said, please, repeat it, please. I want to see if I understand this right. Direito is right. Like how you telling people the directions.
Yeah.
But that's right. And I had these all around my apartment for 11 months. I woke up, they was all on my ceiling. Picture paying for a new paint job all over in the apartment because you had sticky, where's the sticky thing? Look, you had this. Think about this. I had this and these all around my apartment. Painter's tape. Painter's tape all around my apartment. Dirt would get around them. And so when you take it off the wall, the apartment people was like, oh, you got to pay for this. I had them all over the fridge, had them on my blinds, had them on TVs, had them on computers. I really wanted it. So that's why Portuguese came so easy to me. Mm-hmm. So it's just, for me, it came so easy because I dedicated all of that around my apartment. Did I do that with Spanish? No. Let me tell you what I did with Spanish. I got a fold pad and I just wrote everything I want to say in Spanish. Didn't translate it with, I told you my first word in Spanish, and these Spanish guys they in the chat, arreglar. Arreglar was my first Spanish word, arreglar. And this lady from Ecuador, she told me, no, you're wrong. She said, your Spanish will never get good until you learn how to roll your tongue. She was like, keep doing it. Arreglar, 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 arreglar. So she was like, keep doing it. Arreglar, arreglar, arreglar. And I was like, yo, this is hard. And at first I kept doing it. My tongue was flat. It was flat. She was like, no, you got to make your tongue roll. Roll. And she kept doing this. Every day she would work with me. Her English wasn't good, but she was the cleaning lady for the apartment building. And she was like, no. So she said, what is the word again? I said, arreglar, arreglar, arreglar. And I started getting it. And that was my first word I learned. And everything else, it was like word of mouth. It wasn't even written, really. It was like word of mouth speaking between her and I.
Okay.
So that was the difficult part. But I learned Portuguese in 11 months. I learned Spanish in like 2 years.
Okay. Wow. All right. Man. Well, definitely, I know you have to go. You definitely, stayed a little longer, and I highly, highly appreciate that. Just give people your final thoughts on tonight.
Yeah. So, salute to, again, shout out to Kings and Dreams for having me over here, man. Salute to him. Yo, go buy my gear on my website. If y'all want these blue, if this represents, this is gonna be for everybody soon. I don't want to alienate the other audiences that don't represent us going overseas. They want to be part of this also. So salute to them. Go to yeshonas.com. It'll take you to Teespring, a secure site so you can buy everything. Go get my books on my website. Yeshonas.com, www.yeshonas.com. And if y'all want consultations and stuff like that, I'm pretty expensive because I don't like doing them. Because everybody I talked to in the past just didn't take my advice and stuff like that. And really, but for the new guys, just go through all my videos. If you want to talk to me, if you really want to chop it up with me or anybody I know, they'll tell you how to get in touch with me. Or go to my email. I'll be pretty busy. Kings and Dreams know what I'm doing behind the scenes, going through that. So I took some time because I like what this brother's doing. He's bringing men and women on here. He's mixing up the audience, and I'm starting to go toward like, man, you need to hear from people that's doing travel as well as doing other things, to hear all sides of how they feel about different things going on, as well as the passport, the passport bees or the blue book gentlemen. You know what's going on with them. So he's bringing everybody on, and I want to come on this platform. But yo, keep traveling, keep going forward. Don't stop. Keep learning languages, learn like different cultures, the arts, the religion, the music, the style of dress, right? The dress that they do wear, and the style of dress and how they wear it is very important to a lot of these places that you guys are going. So you can fit in, so you can be part of that local experience. But be safe overseas. Make sure you know what you're getting. Just because you got a little coochie cutters on, you don't want to just jump in nothing with her or anything like that. What I did, I had to, I had to go through Leia, had to get info on her, family info, vet. People. Huh?
Vet.
Yeah, vet them. I had to get info on her and everything like that. So I just had to do the vetting process with people like that, just because, again, your life is more important. My life is more important than coochie cutters. My life is very more important than coochie cutters. I don't care what y'all say. You guys can say, yo, she bad and all that. Cool. You go over there and take the chance. More power to you. But I'm not doing it. I'm like, yo, I'm chilling. And so let me do my due diligence, my vetting. Let me put him through that vetting process. And then we go from there. And that's what you do when you go overseas. I wrote a book called The Art of Safety International Travel. The Art of Safety International Travel. And that book is very imperative to the moment that you leave your house is when the safety begins. The moment that you step one foot out your front door in the United States of America or any country outside of the United States of America, whether it's any country in the West, and you go on, all you cats who watch us from the UK, the moment you step outside your door is the moment that your safety is in jeopardy. I don't care. It starts from there. And get your travel insurance when you're going overseas. Make sure you get travel insurance. You say, yes, where to start with languages. You can start. You got 2 Spanish speakers in the chat. They got Spanish channels. They do this for real. Go talk to them. Go watch their content. You want Portuguese or whatever like that, I got Professor Jason. You know, always give him out. Professor Jason, he the one who set my butt straight with Portuguese. So you might want to. Professor Jason is very important. Yes. Oh, yeah. So salute to Kings and James for putting that up. The Art of Safety International Travel is very important for you guys. So you could be protected overseas, and you got some idea and some due diligence of what I go through when I go over there and why I always stay protected. Again, this is the things that you want. You want books like this. You want to engulf yourself in protecting yourself going over there, feeling confident about going, and getting travel insurance, whether it's Geo Blue or 7 Corners, doesn't matter. You want all of this process. You want to go through these steps. And this is what we're trying to show you, is more than just women. And this is why we're proving it every day from the true travelers, the guys that really respect it, the right guys that really go. Now, again, some guys want to go get their rocks off because they were deprived for 30 years. They've been in relationships that were hell. They didn't have nothing going on. Cool. Let them do them. But for you guys who say, yeah, I want more than just that, you're looking at a lot of, and there's different avenues to this. You're looking at Kings and Dreams. You're looking at me, Kosher Commission, the Solo Traveler ORD, and all of these type of guys who are really stand-up guys and really guys that want to see us go. Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. Even if it's J. Clyde, Good Time Grego. You got all of these people who are really good guys that really enjoyed it. And some of them might do their thing on the side. Some of them don't want to be like that. They say, yo, it's all about safety to me. It's all about coming home safe. It's all about languages. It's all about stuff. Then you come look at my stuff. And I'm going to throw a little women in there, but that's rare. It's very rare. So, but salute to all of y'all for being part of this platform as well as mine. Kings and Dreams, and make sure y'all, I'm going to share this on my channel. So make sure y'all share the stream on your Facebooks and stuff. He should have had more people in here all night than this. Y'all should have been pumping Kings and Dreams like crazy. We want to get his channel up. He's doing good content, bringing all people on. He's not just like limiting himself with the again content creators that's coming through and people that got messages. Mm-hmm. So he's putting it all out there, giving everybody a shot. Salute to him. I'm happy that he brought me on here, man, and it's dope. I'm never going to stop traveling. Y'all know what I say. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that travel shit. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I'm the #1 passport bees and Blue Book gentleman supplier. Passports up, everything else down. So salute to you and Kings of Dream audience, and thank you for having me.
Man, thank you so much for coming through, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. Check out his channel, Yesh Jonas. You see it right here. Also, I did drop the link to his website too, and it's yeshjonas.com. So definitely make sure that y'all check out his channel, and nothing over my passport. So definitely salute. definitely salute, man. Definitely one of the pioneers, man. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing him again. We'll definitely keep in contact. So I know he has some things that he has to do. So we actually planned for 90 minutes. So he actually gave you guys an extra like 20 some minutes. So definitely appreciate you, bro. We will definitely chop it up soon, man. Salute.
Salute. Peace,
man. All right, let me jump into some of these comments. I'll read them before we check out of here. Definitely appreciate that. Salute to Mark Daniels, Mark Inspiration. Definitely check out his channel. He definitely has an amazing story where he raised 6 out of 10 of his children by himself as a man. Traveled, lived abroad. Also speaks Spanish as well. Man, I could tell you this guy. Definitely check out his channel. So he says, in many foreign countries, it is still considered noteworthy to be a wife and a mother. Here in the U.S., it is belittled and not given the recognition that it deserves. Yes, I completely agree, man. Salute to you. Garden Scientist popped in. Definitely salute. Poolman 313. Detroit is in the building. My man Will says Kings. Definitely, man. What's up, OG Will? I see Lawson here. He says, uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh is right. Because, man, the brother was cooking. Jay Clyde is in the building, man. Fellow Medihead. But I know you like Brazil, too. Let's see here. Just saying Jay Clyde. Oh, Jay Fleming is in the building. Well, was in the building. Salute, man. Definitely. I apologize for getting to the comments late, but we had a great conversation. What's good, my guys? Peace to the chat. Speak Spanish now. Let's see. I'm sliding through these comments, man. Michael Thomas. Shout out, fellas. I see you. Definitely, man. Thank you for popping in here. What's that say? Cali Dev. Salute. Okay, so it sounds good. What up, Brazil Yesh? Salute to the chat. All right, you guys talking to each other. Uncle Luke, 1980s, definitely. Salute, Kings and Dreams. What's good, man? What's good with you, brother? I appreciate you for popping through here. Turquoise Tortoise. Definitely appreciate you. Make sure that you all hit the like notification bell. Definitely share this stream. Charles Jones says, "What's up, everybody?" So what's up to you, Charles? Christ Redeemer, been there. I definitely want to go to the one in Rio. Yeah, so since that one is like the biggest one in the world, I definitely want to check that one out. But the one in Cali was huge, man. The one in Cali, Colombia, was freaking huge, man. Remote jobs, contract jobs, stocks, crypto, real estate, etc. Okay. Oh yeah, that was going back into having like an entrepreneurial. Definitely, you want to have that entrepreneurial spirit, just as a man in general. We're in a day and age where we want to make sure that we are having multiple streams of income. So definitely, I appreciate that. Speak Spanish now. He says yes, I'm in the building. Okay, I think that was when I had called you out earlier. Um, Salute to Gray Pill Podcast. Salute to the chat and panel. Thank you for popping in. Um, Too many people are raised by single mothers. They know how to overspend, but don't know how to multiply their money. Whew, man, excellent statement right there, bro. I completely agree with that one. Crypto Gang Podcast. Oheen Amara, a nice channel for this content. Yes, definitely gonna reach out to them. No sympathy. Oh, denied. Oh, that was with the YouTube. You guys are funny, man. Shout out to my man Alex Bam Bam. Hey man, hope you were all good. I know that you're still healing, so I can't wait for you to get up and start training soon. Definitely make sure that you guys check out, excuse me, his channel too. I think he's about to hit 10K. So also make sure that you check out Jay Clyde, man. So content creators popped in here. Shout out to the intellectual soapbox. Salute to Kings and Dreams and Mighty Mesh. Yes, Jonas. Yeah, thank you so much. Intellectual soapbox. Sorry about that. My man Lando popped in. Appreciate you. Oh snap! Jamie Woods came in. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for coming through. All right. Chelsea's live line. Oh man, thank you so much for coming through, sister. Yeah, make sure that you guys check out her channel. She's almost at 1K subs, and she's talking about femininity and holding women accountable. So definitely make sure that you check out her channel, and she will be on my channel soon. So we are just coordinating it. Make sure that you all hit the like button. Where's Men's Lux magazine? Yep, definitely travel. Let's see. Domain says Blue Book Gentleman for Life. Okay, that's what's up. 8.5 is fluent. Oh, this is where you guys started getting into it. You could curse more on YouTube. You probably can, J. Clyde, but I like getting revenue from the commercials, so the less cursing, the better, brother. Let's see here. Only you determine your level of fluency. Oh yeah, this is where both of you guys is going back and forth. You know what? I definitely want to have both of y'all like back on my channel so you guys could debate that one right there. Grego, yeah, he was joking with the police, chucking and jiving while we were all getting searched. Wow. Having an advanced proficiency is different from being fluent. Okay. I guarantee that everyone who speaks English is not 100% fluent. I agree. There are Mexicans who can't roll their R's. As you should be expensive, yeah. If anybody's giving consultations, and this is why, like, with some of y'all like coming kind of come after the dating coaches, like I don't really care what they're charging, but I'm just of the mindset like if you're able to help men and women and it's actually having good results, okay, go for it. People who want cheap prices get cheap information. Absolutely. Blue or die. Okay. Learn these languages and change your travel forever. Word is bond. Learn these languages and multiply your pleasure. Okay. Say that. You sounding like me now. Oh, okay. Solo travel ORD. Hey man, hit me up, man, because I definitely want to bring you on my platform, bro. He spits hot fire. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of y'all being here. We hit the 2-hour mark. Initially, we had planned for 90 minutes, but thank you all for rocking out with me. I'm thinking about doing a live maybe early tomorrow afternoon. But definitely catch me on Philly Dom's channel. I believe that will be I think that's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to be coordinating that with him, but definitely look out for my community tab. Also, make sure that you guys check me out on Instagram. I will be posting something on there about when the live stream will be with Philly Dom, but I think I'm gonna go maybe live maybe tomorrow afternoon. I'm not really sure. I may do something. I may do like 45 minutes or whatever. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, great conversation. I appreciate y'all. Go to yesjonas.com. Definitely hit him up on Instagram, and it's Yesh Jonas as well. Also, subscribe to his channel and definitely check him out. I am out of here. Stay purposeful. Peace.